I have a bit of a creepy video for you today because my husband and I saw something very unexplainable in the sky, and I feel comfortable talking about it now. Before we get into today's video, I want to tell you all about my necklaces and earrings that are going up in my Etsy shop. When this video goes up, they will be live and it will be linked down below. So I have been making my own necklaces and selling them on my Etsy, and I've actually gotten a lot of messages from those of you that have bought them and telling me how much you love them, and it has honestly made me feel so excited, like just picturing you guys like wearing the jewelry that I made, and I've just been having so much fun. But I decided to make a couple different styles, and actually the earrings that I'm wearing today, I made them. They are hypoallergenic 925 sterling silver. This is the necklace that I'm wearing right now. It's so beautiful. It has like these gorgeous little gold flakes in it. Here is the earrings. This is another color variation of the earrings. There are going to be lots of different colors, but this is like the ruby red toned one, and on the back there will be my signature on all of my orders, or autograph, whatever you want to call it. That sounds cheesy, but if that's something that interests you, it's all handwritten. This is another color variation of the necklace. I love the gold flakes in these. This is what I have for my silver girlies. I have these charms and I love them. There's so many different color variations. This one's like the princessy pink. I love the intricate designs around the charm. I think it's so gorgeous. And again, every purchase will come with the hand signed necklace card. Anyways, if you would like to support me and this channel and get some jewelry, these will make really great gifts for Christmas because that is sneaking up on us. We need to start getting our Christmas presents. I don't know about y'all, but I've already been working on it. And so if you have a gift that you need to get for somebody, these would make beautiful gifts, and I package them up straight from my house and send them to you. So, you know, I don't know. I've been really excited about it. It's been a lot of work, but it has been so much fun. And to everybody that has purchased one so far, thank you so much. I really hope that you guys like these new styles. Check out my shop because they are in there right now. Go get them so I can ship them out to you this week. But without further ado, we're going to go ahead and hop into this video. Well, they finally did it and confirmed that aliens are walking among us. And apparently they're in our oceans, which didn't really come as a surprise to a lot of people. But honestly, to me, my mind is blown. And now I have thought that maybe aliens were real for a very long time. If you know anything about space, which I don't know a lot about it, but if you even know the littlest, tiniest bit about space, it's unbelievably massive. I mean, that word doesn't even do it justice. Like, we are like a tiny little nothing. There's so many places I haven't even been on our own planet, so it's hard to imagine how small we actually are in the grand scheme of things. To be honest, it's fascinating, but it freaks me out because really big things just freak me out. Like, anytime I have a dream about space, I consider that a nightmare. It's scary to me. Even though I have thought basically for as long as I've known about the universe and all of that, that we are most likely not alone. And I have seen, you know, very unexplainable things in my life before. Even though I was aware of all of that, just having the government say these things, it still blows my mind, and I have been so shook about it, and I can't stop thinking about aliens and talking about aliens, and I'm honestly obsessing. And so now I have to talk about it in a video on this channel, even though it doesn't really fit with my current content, but it's okay to do something different every now and then. And actually, if you did not know this, I used to only post paranormal videos. I talked about ghosties on here all the time. I've lived in haunted places, or what I believe to be haunted. It's all just a theory at the end of the day, but I've had very unexplainable experiences in my life, and I used to talk about them on YouTube, and I did it for years. And I used to do paranormal investigating. I was on the Travel Channel for it, so that's something that is not unfamiliar to me. But I stopped talking about it years ago, kind of like during the pandemic. It was really hard to travel for things, and stuff just changed around that time. I mean, I don't know how you all feel, but me personally, I feel like a shift happened somewhere during the COVID days, and stuff just got weird. Things got weird, and things have felt weird ever since. And so I stopped talking about that stuff. And it's not because I don't still believe in it. I absolutely do. But it's just something that I keep over there because some of my experiences that I've had in my life are so unexplainable. When I can't figure them out, it's just, I'd rather put it in a little box and set it aside rather than sit there and drive myself nuts trying to figure out how did that happen. Okay, so that's what I've done for several years. But for those of you that used to watch those videos, if you're still around, because it has been a long time, but if you're still here, hello. I have a bit of a creepy video for you today because my husband and I saw something very unexplainable in the sky, and I feel comfortable talking about it now that other people are showing more of their experiences and talking about it, because when you put this stuff on the internet, people are going to be like, either why don't you have a video of it, or why is your video of it blurry, or this is what you saw even though you've gone through A, B, C, D, E, F, G all the way to freaking XYZ to figure out what it could have been and couldn't. People want to explain your unexplainable situations away, but I feel like with them confirming that we have, they're calling them UAPs now, that have been in our skies, they have been in our oceans, and they have technology that we do not have.
Has the government conducted secret UAP crash retrieval programs, yes or no?
Yes.
If these technologies are not made by any government, who's making them? Private companies, or are you implying they are crafted by a non-human intelligence?
Well, ma'am, that's precisely why we're here. The problem is that, temporally speaking, over decades, not just the last 10 years, to put this in perspective,
are these private companies you're implying, or is this non-human intelligence?
It may be both.
Okay.
When it comes to Blue Force Technologies, I would not be able to discuss.
Okay. Are you read into secret UAP crash retrieval programs?
We would have to have a conversation in a closed session, ma'am. I signed documentation 3 years ago that restricts my ability to discuss specifically crash retrievals. I submitted for my book through the DOPSR process, which took a year for it to be reviewed. And what is in the book is what I was told I'm allowed to talk about.
Has the government conducted secret UAP crash retrieval programs, yes or no?
Yes.
Okay. Were they designed to identify and reverse engineer alien craft, yes or no?
Yes.
How would you characterize UAPs?
An enigma, sir, and a frustration. We're talking about technologies that can outperform anything we have in our inventory. And if this was an adversarial technology, this would be an intelligence failure eclipsing that of 9/11 by an order of magnitude.
Are there classified Department of Defense materials related to UAPs that you believe could be safely disclosed to the public without compromising national security?
Yes, sir, I do. I would never, ever try to endorse providing some sort of information that could compromise what we call a Blue Force technology or capability. But I do believe there's a lot of information regarding this topic, and I've been very vocal about it, that should be shared not only with the public, but most importantly, with members of Congress.
Are you familiar with my friend David Grush?
Absolutely, sir. I had the privilege and honor of working with him myself several years ago at U.S. Space Force.
Last year, as you know, he testified that the U.S. has run a multi-decade UAP crash retrieval and reverse engineering program. Would you agree with that?
Yes, sir.
Are there UAP programs operating without proper congressional oversight?
100%.
What are they?
Unfortunately, sir, I would have to have that conversation in a closed session.
I know you said that, and a lot of people are frustrated with those kind of answers, but we're asking those kind of questions so you all know what the heck we're up against.
I feel comfortable to tell you all what I recently saw. It was actually this summer in the sky with my husband, and I didn't tell anybody about it. It was just between the two of us, but we could not figure it out. And if any of you guys have seen something like this, please let me know. So we were taking a walk with my son. My son was in the stroller, and it was a bright sunny day. It was not dark. We were walking in the neighborhoods, and I see a bird in the sky. It looks like a bird. It's flying like a bird. It has wings, but it's reflecting light like it was made out of metal. Okay. When you looked at part of it, it was black, but where the sun was hitting it, it was shining like bright, shiny metal. And it wasn't so high in the sky that like you couldn't like really see it. Like we could see that it was a bird, or I think it was, birds don't reflect like metal. Birds aren't made out of metal, but everything about it was a bird. It flew like a bird. It moved like a bird, but it was reflective like it was made out of metal. And no, this was not a black bird who had a little bit of shine off of it. It was like if you had shiny silver metal and held the sun up to it, and you know, the way the sun would reflect off metal, it wasn't a bird, but it looked exactly like a bird. I don't know how else to say it other than that. It was a bird, a flying bird, wings moving, but it was not a bird. Okay, and we watched it for a long time. My husband is very like skeptical with anything, and he's like, I don't understand. Yeah, that is 100% reflecting like it is made out of metal, but it looks like a bird. I don't know what that is. It was not a drone because it was moving its wings like a bird would. And I've never seen a drone like that in my life. And so I was on TikTok the other day, and I came across this video, and I don't know if this is real or if this is something else, but this is the closest thing that I have to what we saw. It looked very similar to this, even though this video is really blurry. It looked like this. I'm going to show this to y'all real quick. That reminds me of what we saw. I can't explain that. I really, really can't explain that. But having them like confirm that there is stuff up there that is real, I think we saw something. They have unidentified flying objects. They have things they can't explain. They also have bodies. They have bodies. Not just rumors or people talking about it and people being like, oh, they're crazy. No, they actually physically have them. From somebody who explored part of the area around Area 51, which I'll link that video down below if you have not seen it, because I have been there and it is creepy. Back in 2019, my friends and I, we did a little bit of an exploration in an area around Area 51, and we found this huge building that looked like it could have housed like planes or aerial craft or something. I don't know. And now hearing that they're actually confirming it out of their mouth, I'm like, what if they had alien spacecraft in this building that we were in? Unreal. If y'all want to watch me react to that video, let me know, and I can do like a full reaction and we could just kind of like watch it together. But that was 5 years ago when we went there, and I'm not gonna lie, that place was so unsettling. And I mean, there have been like people, you know, saying rumors for a long time that the government is watching us through the birds and stuff. I'm not there. I think birds are birds, but that was not a bird. And I actually knew somebody who saw something very unexplainable in the sky with her ex-boyfriend. She said she saw stuff in the sky where it looked like they were shooting back at each other. And I'm not gonna tell her story over here, but I believe that was really seen because multiple people saw it. But why is it that when people see things like that, their stories aren't all over the news? I don't know. I have a lot of questions, like the nuclear testing that they've been doing where they've been blowing stuff up in the water. If they're saying that there's intelligent life in the water, what if that's what they were doing? All I know is that I want to get a telescope and I want to start looking up more, because we're living in a time where we are all looking down on our phones and we're probably missing some stuff up there. If you have seen something like what I explained in this video, let me know in the comments down below. And if y'all want some more videos like this, let me know. I know this is so different, but like I said, it's okay to do different things every now and then, isn't it? But yeah, thank you. But yeah, I don't know. We're going to have to talk some more about this because this stuff's crazy. Let me know if you guys have had anything like this happen. And don't forget to check out my jewelry, which I will have a link down below. And if you do, thank you so much for helping support me in this channel. And I'm going to go ahead and leave you guys with that.